Hey, good morning, everybody. Today we're reading from Acts chapter 14. And yesterday in Acts chapter 13, we began the story of Paul and Barnabas's and John Mark and Luke's first missionary journey. They were commissioned at the church in Antioch in Syria, but Luke is very clear that it's the Holy Spirit who's sending them out on this journey. And Luke, of course, is the one who's been writing all this information down, and he's going to continue to write down the high points and some of the key conversations that these missionaries had. So let's read the first couple verses in this passage and then make some comments on it. First of all, we read from chapter 14, verse 1. It says, Paul and Barnabas went to the Jewish synagogue and preached with such power that a great number of both Jews and Greeks became believers. Some of the Jews, however, spurned God's message and poisoned the minds of the Gentiles against Paul and Barnabas. But the apostles stayed there a long time, preaching boldly about the grace of the Lord. And the Lord proved their message was true by giving them power to do miraculous signs and wonders. But the people of the town were divided in their opinion about them. Some sided with the Jews and some with the apostles. And then a mob of Gentiles and Jews, along with their leaders, decided to attack and stone them. I think these verses give us just a perfect glimpse of the challenges that faced the church in its infancy and actually still face the church today. It's interesting how when people hear the same message of the life and death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, how some will accept him and some will not. Some will accept the good news and be overwhelmed with joy. Some, even like the people at Lystra, are become confused, and they even tried to redirect the focus to Paul and Barnabas, claiming that, wow, they must be gods because they were doing these miracles. And of course, Paul and Barnabas redirected their attention to Jesus and Jesus alone. And then others, as has been recorded, react negatively. In fact, sometimes they even react violently. It's a true mystery. But we keep on sharing Jesus. We keep on persevering in sharing the good news with others. I want to read you one more verse that really caught my eye. It's actually one of the last verses, verse 27. Where Luke writes, it says, upon arriving in Antioch, this is their return after the first missionary journey, they called the church together and reported everything that God had done through them and how he had opened the door of faith to the Gentiles too. As I say, this is the completion of their first missionary journey, and they're back in their commissioning church, Antioch of Syria. And though there had been many challenges, they focused on telling the people all that God had done. They reported to their friends and to about all the people and places where they had been and where they had seen God at work. You know, I think recounting where we see God at work is a very healthy, faith-building exercise, isn't it? I want to challenge all of us to do it every single day. As you lay your head on your pillow every night, to just think about 3 places where you saw God at work. And not, honestly, 95% of the time, it's going to be little things, really little things. But even those little things remind us that God is able to do amazingly more than we could ever ask or imagine. And it'll remind us to keep looking tomorrow. Have a wonderful day and look for the good things.
If these devotional videos are helpful to you, subscribe to our channel and click the notification button so you know when we post a new video. And of course, please share them with others.